First, we didn't talk about the other one too much, did we? The rider with a bow and a white horse. Well, that can be just about anything. It could also be like the conquerors that took over North America. I mean, the conquerors take over everything. The conquerors conquer. So let's go on down to the Lamb broke open the second seal. This is verse 3. And I heard the second living creature say, "Come!" Another horse came out, a red one. Its rider was given the power to bring war on the earth, so that men should kill each other. He was given a large sword. Well, this is just simply stating the obvious, because a red horse, what's a red horse? China? I mean, you can make it mean whatever you want. Well, that's the problem. And we've already got that. We've had war. We keep having war. I mean, why can't we predict something different besides war? We have to predict something different besides war. So you prophets, you got to get out there and prophesize the coming of peace without a world dictatorship. Okay, then we get on to the third seal. It was ripped apart, or the third sin of Satan. And I hear the third living creature say, "Come, I look," and there was a black horse. Its rider held a pair of scales in his hand. Okay, this we've got as well, but it's nothing new. It was a story of Joseph with stocking up for 7 years of food, and then when the famine came, food was very dear, and all the land became owned by the elite. And this is exactly what is happening now. The world is being starved. Every time you eat a hamburger, you are assisting in the starvation of people who can't afford rice anymore. It's as simple as that. Your hamburgers are costing other people their rice. I heard what sounded like a voice coming from among the four living creatures, which said, "A liter of wheat for a day's wages, and 3 liters of barley for a day's wages." Okay, that's about what we got now in the third world, and that's only happened in the last few weeks or months. "But do not damage the olive trees and the vineyards," which means don't piss with the elite, because that's what the vineyards and the olive trees are for. Those are for the rich people. The poor people will never ever see a nice glass of wine or a nice bunch of olives with Knoblauch and whatever dressing. Okay, now we'll go down to the next seal, or this next sin. See, the way you make a book prophetic is you write down what you plan to do, and then you do it. And Revelations was written not very long ago. I mean, this is always the plan, to use the most terrorizing, terrifying methods to make your slaves obedient. And that is exactly what's been going on for years and years and years. Make the slaves obedient, and make them like being slaves is even better. That's what religion's all about. The horror of the warlords. Anyway, we're down to the fourth sin, or the fourth seal of Satan, and its rider was named Death, and Hades followed close behind. They were given authority over a quarter of the earth to kill by means of war, famine, disease, and wild animals. So I'm not sure about the wild animals. It could be viruses. Anyway, you can read into it whatever you want. I mean, that's the nice thing about the Bible. It doesn't really mean anything because it's really loosely written. But might as well make it mean as much as you can. But then when you're done, of course, leave it, because it's, I mean, you can go read any other book and make it make sense. And these writers were trying to fuck with your head. So remember that. They were writers who were definitely trying to make you understand that you should be ruled. You should be ruled. You must follow the rules. Down to the fifth sin of Satan. How long will it be until you judge the people on earth and punish them for killing us? Well, I'm just going to leave that one alone because this one's getting too long. And get on down to the next seal. When the sixth seal, or the sixth sin, violent earthquake, and the sun became black. The sun did not become black, for fuck's sakes. And the moon turned completely red like blood. Now, if you had a really thick amount of dust in the atmosphere, it would be like that. So, or whatever else in the atmosphere. The stars fell down to earth like unripened figs falling from a tree when the strong wind shakes it. Okay, that Doesn't work at all. That is an obvious miscalculation of what stars are. Stars are a long way away from us, and falling is only relative to gravity, and our gravity doesn't go any further than the other side of the moon. So the stars will not be falling towards us. So don't worry about the stars. The only thing that might happen is a star that's near to us made supernova, and that would be just as bad. And the sky disappeared like a scroll being rolled up, and every mountain and every island moved in its places, and the king of earth, the ruler, the beloved, the chief, and the rich, the power, and all over men, the rich and the powerful, and all other men, now slaves and free, hid themselves in cave below. Okay, this is just simply terror. This is just simply terror. They are trying to scare the shit out of you. The end of the world, freaks. And you can read it if you want. It's just, I don't know, you could say it's a huge asteroid coming in, destroying everything. But we get into even more scary stuff. So that's enough for the sixth chapter, the 7 sins of Satan. And we'll get on to chapter 7, and it starts getting really juicy.